And I'm back. Today I'm here to talk about some runner's exercises, not your typical exercises. They're all geared for the foot and the ankle because I think it's pretty overlooked, and especially a little focus on the soleus muscle, which is definitely overlooked during calf raise type exercises. We usually keep our legs straight, and most of our power really comes from our soleus, especially when we're running, because it's on when our knees are bent. So it's really important to get the soleus strong to prevent injuries, as well as all the surrounding ankle muscles that help to stabilize us side to side. So that's what we're going to do. So I just want to show you the basics to start with any calf raise. What I see all day long is a poor calf raise. A lot of people stand with their feet here, and so their inclination is to push off the sides of their feet. And again, a lot of this is due to footwear, because our toes are being squished forward or inwards, and you're no longer propelling yourself off your big toe. You're just kind of like rolling to the outsides and letting those muscles do everything, and really the joints are taking on everything. And so what happens is this. Hold on. Right? And then their knees hurt, their hips hurt, and everything hurts. And that makes sense, because I'm barely using my big toe. So the best way to do a calf raise, feet, ankles, hip, knees, everything is hip distance apart, and everything is in a nice straight line. So you're not here or here or like here. We're straight forward, and that's going to allow you to push straight through the big toe, and you should feel that power coming straight through the big toe. And if there's any weakness, then eventually your feet are just going to start coming inwards, and you're going to start rolling to the outside, and you've got to keep yourself in check. I would do it in front of a mirror so you can watch yourself the whole time. Push straight through. Then if you can hold that for 5 seconds, come back down. Good, and that's the gastroc. And that's the perfect way to do a calf raise for the gastroc. Same thing as with the soleus. Knees are bent and coming down. And I am not holding on to anything, but have something to hold on to. And slowly, always slowly come down, because that's when the muscle's working the hardest, when it's returning from that loaded position. Cool. And then the other thing you can add are just toe walks. And I don't have a huge distance to go here, but just walk all the way around your house and try to hold this for like a good minute. Try to do it twice. Those calves will be burning. And then you want to try heel walks. So that's for your anterior tib muscles. And nice and slow, kind of works it a bit harder, which is what you want. Again, if you just think about those running positions that you're in, you're constantly pushing off and your toe is up, right? Landing, especially if you're on a hill, you're engaging these even more. So you want these to be as strong as they can be, and have something to hold on to if necessary. All you need is just something to elevate your feet on. So you could do like a rolled up mat or towel. You just need a little bit off the floor. I'm just going to use these little sliders. And always have something to hold on to. You don't need to like go crazy and think that you need to balance your way through it. If you can, that's great. But if not, just use the back of a chair. So basically, what I like to do when I'm working on my ankles in preparation for running is put them in as many different angles, especially because I like to run on trails. I need to let my feet adapt to that. I need to get them stronger to respond quickly when I'm running on trails. It's not just like flat pavement, so that when I'm on a trail and I'm on a rock and I'm sideways, I'm going to react quicker, and I'm going to have the strength there to react. So toes are up on whatever you have. Always be about a hip distance apart here. Watch your knees, watch your toes, hyphen, and keep everything straight forward. And the big key is to push through your big toes. So now I'm in a knee bend, and that means I'm working on my soleus, and I'm just going to lift up and down. And I really want to focus on the big toe. And I don't want to come into a straight leg, because then I'm not working my soleus anymore. And this is also going to be great for your glutes too. Cool, so try to do that for like a minute, maybe 2 times for a minute, or do like 2 sets of 30. Okay, so now you want, I'm going to turn this over, 4 toes on whatever you're standing on. Big toes kind of hanging off. And now we're getting those lateral muscles. They're what's powering us up, and at the same time, our medial muscles have to stabilize you so that the ankle just doesn't collapse inwards. I'm falling over. And same thing, try to do about 30 of them twice. And your feet are gonna burn pretty quickly. So now, only my big toe is on the disc. And for these, by the way, my knee is straight. We're not on the soleus anymore. We're on those medial and lateral ankle stabilizers. And now, we really want to push through that big toe. And you really get your post-tib. And mine is burning. Same thing, try to do about 30 of them twice. Yeah. And then, so you can also do like incline, decline, knees bent, knees straight, anything that you would be doing naturally when you're out running, or even walking if you're hiking. You want to have the strength there to be able to do those things well. So here's another soleus. I'm going to switch legs. So knees bent the whole time. So your soleus is really going to start burning. This leg is going to point in, straight, and out. So I am testing all 3 areas of my soleus. And this is obviously like a single like squat exercise too. So your quads, your glutes, your core are all getting worked at the same time. These are a little more challenging. So maybe start with like 20. Try to do them 2 sets. If you think about how many times you're landing on your feet and you're coming off your feet, that cycle that you're going through, you should be able to do all of these exercises, and you should be able to do them pretty well. And if you can't, then it's going to quickly show you where your weaknesses are, where you need to focus. And then because those are such a burner, especially for the bottom of your foot, if you're really engaging that big toe, which you should be, then you're going to burn your plantar fascia. All those muscles on the bottom of your foot are going to be talking to you pretty loudly, which is good. We want them to burn. We want them to be like on the verge of cramping. That means we know we're working them. We'll just roll them out with a golf ball or a foot rub. Whatever you have to mobilize the tissue on the bottom of the foot. And I think I've posted some videos on how to do that, so I will link to them. And otherwise, if you have any questions, let me know. But Happy running and happy calf raising.